My name is Ian Lloyd. I live in the Vancouver area in British Columbia. Sailing gets me out of the city. There's a great sense of adventure and comradeship, and it's a chance to do something great with people I enjoy. I'm here with Raven to race in the SwiftSure International Yacht Race. It's a 108-mile course, the course we're racing, with some tough competition. We'd like to place in the top 3, but it's a very competitive division, so we'll see what it pans out like.
So Ian, we're on your beautiful boat Raven, and we are getting ready for a big competition, the SwiftSure International Yacht Race. Tell me about it.
Well, it's one of the premier events in the Northwest and attracts some of the best boats and best sailors, and we're delighted to be, this will be this boat's first race in this event.
This isn't just about making it happen for you. You enter this competition every year. You're also making it happen for students and for other people. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I teach at a local college, and we'll have 3 students from the college on board, so that's a pleasure. It lowers the average age and brings some energy to the boat. Giving
other people opportunity to enjoy something you're so passionate about.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, I'm not going to be with you on the boat. You've got to keep your crew to a minimum, 10 people, right?
That's correct.
So good luck. I'll be cheering really loud, and I can't wait to hear about it when you get back.
Thanks for your support. Our division is called the Cape Flattery Unlimited, and essentially it's for the fast boats. With the mixed crew we have, experienced and inexperienced, I still think we have a chance at winning. Oh, we're just approaching the start line here, and just setting the radio on the channel for the race committee. They'll be announcing the countdowns. The start line on SwiftSure can be fairly confusing. There's a lot of boats out there with multiple starts. We weren't the first start, so that gave us the advantage of watching how the previous boats did. It was fairly tricky this year because there was an ebbing current and light wind, so you did not want to get swept over the line early, because then you'd have to fight your way back. 1 minute, he said.
Let's go 150 meters off the line.
Okay, motor off, please. We're going to win this start.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, we had a good start. It was light air. There was some postponements, but we got across on the windward side of the fleet, and we've had a couple of boats trying to pass us, so we've worked our way upwind to give them the exhaust from our sails. There's essentially a gate which is known as race passage, and the key is to get through race passage on your way out of the race before the current changes, because otherwise you're stopped there. You just can't get through. The current will rip through there at 7 knots, and boats can end up anchored waiting for the current to change. Our race is 108 miles, and the turning point at Nia Bay is the halfway point. The forecasts are indicating the wind will build. We expect to be finishing around 4 a.m.
What was that, Ian?
They're on starboard, so they have rights. We have to respect that, but if we're a little bit ahead of them, we'll tack in front of them and again give them dirty air.
Okay, ease that port runner.
I'm getting a little uncomfortable here. I'd like to take a tack, but it looks like it's going to be quite close. I wonder what this guy rates. Is this the one that rates the same as us? I think so, right? The conditions can change very quickly on the race course. Sometimes you can see an arch of clouds rolling in, and the boat just starts going faster and faster until something breaks. The wind's picked up to about 13 knots, and we've got great boat speed. We're doing 7.6 through the water, so in another hour the waves are going to get a little bigger as the current starts running against the against the wind. There's a lot of hazards, and it's easy to step on one of the lines or ropes and have that roll under your foot, and the consequences can be severe.
Control. You don't want control.
Bow just crashes. You fly. I mean, you get a little zero gravity working on the bow because you're crashing through waves, and you just hold on. One hand for you, one hand for the boat.
The waves were building, the wind was building. We've got a few hours to get to the turning mark yet. I think the reward is what we call the downhill sleigh ride. Once we get out to Cape Flattery and turn the corner and pop up the spinnakers, it's a fast ride back to Victoria and lots of excitement.
Get up!
And we were hit by a major gust of wind.
Just continue to launch the big exhale. Soon you need help up here.
Okay, here we go. Raven reached the turning point at Nia Bay just before dark.
It's not on the other side, guys. Lock it on the port side, Jason.
8:27:25. 10 hours to get here. But it should be faster on the way back. We now have the current with us. Well done. At that point in the race, we were still doing very well and ahead of our friends on the One Design 35s. We will be racing through the night, and typically the wind builds and we'll have the spinnaker up. There are unfortunately logs floating out there that you can hit, and there's always the potential of going overboard. We're running down the middle of the shipping channel, so we have to have our wits about us. Some of the other boats, I understand, they got so close to the ship that they could actually smell the food and hear the music, and they had to make some abrupt turns. Grounding Nia Bay, we were in the top part of the fleet, and we were able to get our spinnaker up, and we were barreling downwind while the others were still beating upwind. So we were in a strong position at that point. You just have to be careful you don't get an accidental wind shift which brings the main over. About 3 in the morning, as we were approaching Race Rocks, we saw a flashing light of a man overboard module.
We shone a light on it. We didn't see anything. We just wanted to check if there'd been any reported overboards. Over.
You're on the guy, okay, Chris?
We copied that there was an incident, but everything's okay. Over.
Roger.
Okay, thank you. We'll proceed. Raven clear.
So that was sort of our first indication that it would be a challenging passage through Race Rocks.
You see where we're going, Eric?
Yeah, we're not going to hit anything right away, but I'm not comfortable navigating.
I can't hear you. Turn around. What?
We're not going to hit anything right away, but I'm not comfortable navigating the boat.
And the passage through Race Rocks is fairly wide, but you need to be going at it on the right direction.
How's our heading?
We're going around it, we're fine.
It doesn't feel right. The boat doesn't feel right. The wind continued to build, and it was peaking between 35 and 40 knots.
But yeah, we were running a light spinnaker when we started out with about 15 knots of wind, but then when the wind built to about 30, we had to... Well, as you can feel, we have a lot of heel right now, which is not good. We're about to lose control. So that's... Get up!
And we were hit by a major gust of wind.
Just completely lost the big head sail. Soon they need help up here.
Right in the middle of just chaos and mayhem, and you're on your ear, and it's blowing 40 knots at 3 a.m.
They want the main halyard?
Blow the halyard of what? Which one? Blow the halyard of what? well, we got a number of halyards up.
Completely lost control. I'm not sure why we haven't regained it yet. Just ripped our mainsail in half. Not good.
So let's grab the foot and we'll hand this over.
A lot of stories to tell about what it's like out there. I'm not sure it's like this every year, but it is known as SwiftSure sometimes, where you're drifting the whole way and you don't finish until Monday morning. But also that's known for the big winds. So.
We're just crashing through waves, and I'm trying to hold on. I was airborne a good number of times, getting tossed about, but just holding on to the pulpit, and then landing on my knees, thinking that tether would have been nice to have to remain attached to the boat. Waves just like, you can look up through the wave to see the air that you're gonna have to get. So you take a deep breath and hunker it up.
When the boat's got a lot of wave action, my advice is that you can't walk around like you think you are, and if you don't have your sea legs, you should get on your hands and knees and crawl to where you need to go. So Eric had a little slip, but we got him back in, and I think everyone did relatively well. So you had to earn your way for the first 50 plus miles, bashing your way into the breeze, and you had over 30 knots. We had two guys out for the count seasick.
It was a well-fought battle. The lows, I felt bad for the pukers.
We had a bit of a wipeout on our approach to Race Rocks, where the wind went up from 27 to 33, and then we broached the boat. The boat lays over on its side, the spinnaker flogs.
Race Rocks is always some place that something dramatic happened.
Spinnaker flogged a little bit too long, and we actually broke a carbon fiber spinnaker pole, which is not an easy thing to do.
Part of it was not sticking to our plan. Our original plan was to run down the strait and not go through Race Rocks in an adverse current.
It sounds like there's been a boat that ran aground at Race Rocks, and there's a dismasted boat just over here.
There was a bit of carnage tonight. But this one's a big race. This one's a big annual event that brings racers from all over the Pacific Northwest. And it lived up to its reputation this weekend.
And it's really fun because it's on the edge. It's good fun.
Arr!